In 2018, women showed up to the polls in a major way. And this year, organizations like United States of Women, Jack and Jill of America, and a number of sororities within the Pan-Hellenic Council are already out there registering people across this country. Because we all know that some people out there are just hoping that we decide to give up our power and stay home on Election Day. But we can't let that happen. Not this year, not any year. We owe it to ourselves and to our kids and grandkids to make our voices heard. That's what our mothers and grandmothers did for us. And now, it's our turn.
She's my best friend. Of course she'll understand. But it's also Morgan, so that's a wild card. You got this though, Jeet. It's not a big deal. I mean, who's going to care anyway? Right?
Gee, get your Black Panther ass up in here. So, I guess you really did end up going to that protest last night.
I actually did. And it was actually a social demonstration. But I changed clothes though, Miss Ralph Lauren. I'm just really feeling this new look for me.
I really like this new look too. You've really been out here blowing up in the streets, making sure your voice has been heard.
Right. America's shit this year.
New voices equal more changes. That's why our protest today is the election.
Yep, you're right. Today is definitely a protest. You trying to smoke before we leave?
Actually, we need to go. I've been seeing people at the polls on Instagram, and the lines are crazy. What's going on with you? This is like the biggest pregame of the year.
I've been actually meaning to bring something up to you. I should have told you a while ago, but I actually never registered to vote.
I don't think my ears are registering that correctly, because I know the queen activist herself is a registered voter.
Morgan, I'm not. I never registered, and I never plan to. I mean, voting is stupid. A waste. All this and that just for a group of old white men to ultimately decide who gets to move into the White House?
Stop right there. See, that's the issue. Everyone wants to spit information but no facts. No old white men are deciding anything. The Electoral College has to do what we say. We call the shots.
And I don't believe that. I mean, what happened with Miss Thing last year? She had the most votes.
She did. See, now you're speaking facts. And I can give you a lesson on that, but honestly, G, I can't believe you.
I don't see the point in doing it. I was talking to so many people last night, and none of us are voting. There's much bigger work to be done, Morgan.
Please don't Morgan me. I just don't get it. You did all that work to make change, and on the main event, you want to opt out?
Since we only want facts today, I willingly opted out.
Jeet!
Morgan, calm down. You're really coming at me today. Maybe you need to reevaluate some things. You should have been in the streets with me this summer, chanting their names loud and proud. Breonna Taylor, George Floyd, Ahmaud Arbery.
I don't need to dress in all black and chant Negro spirituals to show that I'm an activist. That's just not me.
Then don't stand up on your pedestal and challenge me. Morgan, you've had your whole life planned and thrown at you. You're a fucking Carson. You talk about making change today, but your whole family already knows who they're voting for.
I'm an independent. I've been an independent since I was 18, and if I move or change my name, I'm still gonna be an independent. You might not understand this, G, because you've actually never voted before, but there's a sense of pride in actually casting a vote.
Pride is knowing that your work is not only seen, but inspires people. I gained 3,000 followers last month alone, and the love I receive from my activism is what the people need. It pushes encourages them. Marching over to some poll station to cast one vote obviously ain't doing nothing for anybody else except you.
Well, G, my one vote is not the only thing I'm doing. You want to sit here and act like I'm not trying to make change?
You sure my vote ain't for your little line sister? She's still running for the school board position or something, right? I mean, I love the kids too, but
no, it's not. I'm over your decision to register or not, to vote or not. Back in May, well, let's be real, back in March when Breonna Taylor was murdered, right when the world was shut down and we were all trying to make sense of it all, something came over me and I did all this research. I stayed up all night and all day trying to figure out what I could do to make change. I'm not comfortable in the streets, but that's no excuse. And I mean, honestly, what you've been doing has been really inspiring. And that picture with you and the police officer almost made me shed a tear.
Then join me next time.
I've joined something else. Behind the scenes, I've been sending emails to federal and state officials. I've even left voicemails and talked to some attorney generals and some police chiefs, and let me just tell you, it's been mad awkward. Yeah. I've been sitting here trying to make change too. We can impact people every day.
What do you mean?
For me, I'm surrounded by people who have no idea what's going on. My family are the biggest bigots, and my coworkers, they have no clue what's going on. I sit there and I challenge people and their perspectives every day and hope that they learn something. That's my role.
Well, I wish you would have told me about these things during the summer. I would have loved to support you.
You have been supporting me. You've been a rock star doing your thing, trying to make change too. I love us and where we are.
Well, it's November 3rd, so let's see what the next 50 or so days have in store for us.
Fuck it, let's smoke.
No. Let's go to the polls. Someone has a vote to cast, and we have to get that orange, monkey-looking, dry-faced, grab them by the pussy creature out of here.
I just really think my blind sister needs that vote.
That one's in God's hands. Yes. For real.
And with all this emotional talk, you better vote in the midterms.
I know you'll get me on that registration deadline in 2022, so we'll see.
Fuck, down, try.